Chapter 2 is here with a ton of new gameplay mechanics. Like, seriously, there are so many hidden things about this season that you definitely need to know about. Ways to gain health and shield without even using potions, ways to travel across the map faster without using boats, and a ton more. Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video. How are you guys doing? Are you having a good day? Are you enjoying Chapter 2? Hit that like button down below if you're having a good day, if you're enjoying Chapter 2. And today, guys, we're going to be going over a bunch of the new gameplay mechanic changes. And when I say mechanics, I'm talking about like things you can use on the map, ways to move around the map, stuff like that, you know? So honestly guys, watch this video until the end because I definitely think you guys will learn something new. Even if you know a couple of them, I still think most of them will be brand new to you. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Also on top of that, if you want to help support me, if you appreciate my guides, be sure to use code TheLlamaSir in the item shop. But without further ado here, let's get on into it. Oh no, so leave a comment down below of what your favorite battle pass skin is. But yeah, let's hop into game and get into it. Alright guys, hopping into game here to get into the first new mechanic I wanted to show you. This is a very good one, a very helpful sort of secret one that allows you to get max shield very easily in a specific location. Now unfortunately, for whatever reason in Playground, we can't actually pull up the map. I don't know why. So let's just go ahead and go over to the location. So yeah guys, basically the location that you want to head to is Slurpy Swamp. It is over on the southwest corner of the map, and it's this location right here. As you can see, it's like the slurp juice factory and all of that stuff. So basically guys, when you're heading to this location, if you happen to go into these areas that have like slurp juice or whatever moving into the swamp, these locations will actually give you shield. As you can see, when we land in there, our shield starts to increase. Granted, it's a little bit slow, but honestly guys, you can just sit here for a little bit at the beginning of a match once you've looted Slurpy Swamp, and you will get full shields just like that. You don't even have to use potions or anything. Now it is just this like brighter area. As soon as you start to move outside of that brighter area, you'll no longer start to gain that shield, so you do actually have to be in the effect, as you can see right there. And then when you go outside of it, you know, you stop gaining that effect. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Now also with that guys, speaking of Slurpy Swamp and all of that stuff, let's get into it with a little interesting movement mechanic that they added into this update, and specifically this area. I think it may be at some other areas as well, but I for sure know that it is in Slurpy Swamp. Now basically what I'm talking about are the lily pads. They are these things right here. I ran into them and I'm like, what are these? Can you break them? Okay, well, you can break them, but you don't really want to. The reason for that is because you can actually use them for a bit of movement. Simply jump on top of them and they will launch you forward across the swamp, so you don't have to run across it and waste time. And like, these lily pads are all over this location and you can use them to quickly move around it. Also, a lot of them you can like chain together to move even faster. Like, let's see if we can chain these three together. Like 1, 2, 3. Will we get the final one? Yeah, there you go. You can move very fast with them. And also guys, another thing that is in this location, and it may be at other locations as well, it is these mushrooms, which are like slurp juice mushrooms. As you can see, they're not the normal kind, because when you actually consume one of them, you can see that it gives you a bunch of shield and stuff. I'm not 100% sure if it gives you like health. It actually might, but these give you 10 shield each, which is crazy. That is a really decent amount. Like, this area is great for getting shield. Now moving on to the next thing here, let's take a look at we need to go to like one of the locations that is known for like fishing and stuff like that. And I think we may be able to find one if we go over to like one of these docks. Like, there's a dock right down here. I think we'll be able to find one of these things if we land there. Okay, yeah, I think I see one down there. So basically, if you look for these areas with docks and stuff like that, a lot of the times you can find these barrels right over here. Now at first, they just look like normal barrels that you would just destroy like any material. However, if you go up to them, you can actually search them and they guarantee a fishing rod every single time. Then of course you can use that fishing rod and get ammo and stuff like that. It's very helpful. It's one of the new mechanics, fishing, which we may talk about later in the video. I don't know yet. We've got so much to cover. I don't know if we'll make it. And on top of that, if you also break them down, you can get fishing rods. Okay, that one actually dropped 3. So that's a great way to help your team out and get fishing rods, and then go ahead and get other things by using that brand new mechanic specifically. After that then guys, let's talk about a new mechanic that allows you to hide and also take no fall damage in very specific situations. It's not like you avoid fall damage from everywhere. It is in very specific spots. So basically guys, let's head over to Frenzy Farm. So yeah guys, this is one of the main locations that has this new mechanic specifically, so let's go ahead on down there. Now basically, the mechanic that I am talking about are haystacks. Those are these right here, and when you go up to them, you can see that you can actually hide inside of them. You can't actually walk into them, and like, as you can see, you can stand on top of them even. However, you can just hold X or whatever your interact button is, and you will fully hide inside of them, and then you can pop out and surprise enemies and stuff like that. It's a very peculiar thing for sure. Now you can break these too, so people can just run up and break them. However, you're completely hidden while inside of them. And I'm not sure if people can actually fire into them. They may actually break them down when they fire at them. Like, let's take a look right here. If you fire into these, yeah, they kind of just break. So I think you might be protected from any shots or anything like that. Also, you cannot go into these ones. It has to be the more like dome type shaped haystacks. But also, guys, as I said earlier, these can protect you from fall damage. However, again, it's very situational because you have to be above the haystacks, like in a build battle or something like that. But I think this is going to make for some very funny videos and stuff of people getting like really lucky and landing in a haystack after a build battle. But yeah, you don't even have to hold the input button. It's a little bit of a hidden mechanic within the hidden haystack. So as you can see, I'm just going to jump down, not hold anything, and you'll simply land inside of the haystack. Just like that. You don't have to hold any button to get inside of it. So yeah, but let's keep it going because we have so many of these new mechanics to go through. This one is actually back at Slurpy Swamp. I know, that location has so many new mechanics for some reason. It might be like my new favorite drop spot. But anyways, guys, when you are in this location, the thing that you want to look for are these metal things right here, as you can see. Now, why are you looking for these? They look pretty normal, right? Well, guys, if you actually break them open, they will heal you like a slurp juice. As you can see, I just healed 10 health, and I'm at 60 now, but if I continue to break them, I break this one as well, I will go up to 80. So yeah, it's another way to get shield and health. And also going back to here real quick to test it, yeah, this heals health as well. So this location is like awesome. You can like almost always have full shield when leaving this location. And on top of that, guys, is a little bit of a bonus. If you go inside of the area, you can go just into one of these, break open the top of it, and it will have the same effect as going, you know, outside and going into the streams in the swamp. But real quick, for an example, as you can see, I have full health. So when I break one of these now, it will instead give me shield, so I can get up to max shield with these as well. So very useful. Alright guys, now moving on here to this next one, let's talk about a change that some of you may know. This one is probably the most known out of all of these, but still, I wanted to show it to you guys for those of you who don't know how to utilize this function. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Basically, guys, this is how to upgrade your weapons. Now, what do I mean by upgrade your weapons? Well, you can upgrade the rarity of your items. Like, this is a blue AR. I could upgrade it to a legendary if I want to, and basically the way that I would do that is by finding one of these upgrade stations. Like, as you can see right there, I can upgrade this weapon right here to a purple rarity just by using materials. So real quick, let's grab some materials and see exactly how that works. And actually, how about instead we start with this gray tack right here so we can see all of the stages. As you can see, to get to green, you simply need 50 of each material. So let's go ahead and do that. And as you can see, we now have a green tack. But as you can see, we can go to blue with 150 of each material. But honestly, I'd maybe use it if I needed to get from like a blue AR to a scar or something like that. And like, let's do that instead, because now you have to use 250 materials to get to that level. And then finally, you need 350 of each material to get to legendary. Like, as you can see right here, we're going to get all the way up to legendary, and then the item cannot be upgraded anymore. Now, also with that, guys, I'm pretty sure these are at every named location, and also some locations that aren't named. I have found them at non-named locations. I'd show you on the map, but I can't pull up the map for whatever reason in Playground. Now, after that then, guys, I actually just found this recently. It's another hidden mechanic that helps you to hide. And what am I talking about right here? Well, basically, guys, I am talking about these things right here. That's right, the dumpsters. If you go up to them, similar to haystacks, you can actually hide inside of them. So yeah, you can completely surprise people that are like running by, or if somebody's chasing you down, you can just sit in here and be hidden from them. And I mean, look at this. Nobody would really know you're here unless they're like trying to break materials and stuff. And then also you can simply jump out and surprise them and maybe get an easy elimination. I discovered that randomly when playing with a friend. I also figured out that you can hide 2 people in here, maybe more than that, although it starts to like move around, I think, if you have 2 people in here. So it's pretty interesting overall, something to keep in mind for sure. After that then, guys, let's take a look at a slightly new mechanic. It's not like really the mechanic itself is brand new, but the location of it is definitely brand new, obviously. But I still wanted to show it to you guys right here. And I'm not quite sure which of these locations will be the closest. Maybe this one. Okay, yeah, that actually was the closest one. Basically, this new thing is in the location over here. I'm forgetting the name of it because I can't see it on the map, but either way, it's the one with like the power plant and Kevin the Cube type stuff. But obviously, guys, this location is very far from the center of the map. It's right on the edge of the map, so a lot of the times you are not inside of the circle when you go to this location. However, that is not really an issue, because inside of these areas right here, you can actually use them to glide out of this location, as you can see. So yeah, let's just see how far we can make it away from that location by using our glider, but it's definitely a really cool trick to know about, especially since there's not a whole ton of movement items and stuff like that on the map besides boats. Knowing something like that to help you move from that location closer to the center and into the circles can be helpful quite a bit, and that is how far we made it. So we are all the way over towards the farm, which again, I don't quite know the name of yet. Frenzy Farms or something like that, right? And actually, since we're over at this area, let me add another thing that I found out about. If you go over to these power lines, as you can see, speaking about movement around the map and stuff like that, you can use these power lines as a form of movement, as you can see, very similar to zip lines. You can just use your interact button to hop onto the zip line and you will go all the way across them. Now, I'm not exactly sure where other locations of these are around the map, and like this one right here just sort of moves you around the edge of the map, but you can move a very far distance just by using these zip lines on the power line, which we weren't able to do in chapter 1. And again, as a reminder, you can simply jump off and you won't take fall damage, similar to how zip lines worked last chapter as well. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind as well. Those are not just for looking a little bit cool, they are actually useful. And now after that, guys, for the final thing I wanted to talk about in this video, I real quick wanted to show you some tricks and stuff and explain more about how the fishing mechanic works, as you can see right here. So basically, obviously, when you use the fishing rod, you throw it out and you wait for the bobber to, you know, make a little bit of a splash, and as soon as it does that, you simply pull it in, and a lot of the times you can get random stuff. Like right here, we got a small fry. However, guys, if you look for these things right here, which are like these circles of bubbles and stuff, you'll also see a bunch of fish swimming around inside of them. Those can actually give you some more useful items. They can give you, you know, like weapons, like pretty rare weapons too, and they can also get you like a flopper, which is a pretty common one to get out of those. But these actually are super great for healing. They heal you like 50 health each and only take like a second or two to actually use. But let's see what else we can get out of here. All right, there we go. We got an item. Now let's try that again. You can also get like a slurp fish. And there we got another item right there. But yeah, guys, just a little overview of the fishing mechanic. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more season 11 chapter 2 videos coming out in the near future. On top of that, you can check out my previous videos here, such as on the left, a guide for the New World challenges, and below that, some more videos I'm sure you guys will enjoy. But other than that, guys, again, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.